Kayla, she dated before all the apps, right?
Yeah. So this is all, and the dating back then, but back then it was all very like, let's go out in a group. If I like you, there's a natural vibe, and then you just kind of call each other, and you still have to go through the like, did he call? She called. There was no texting. There was none of that stuff. So
they
you had
wait
to go
like
through
3 days before they call.
Yeah, no. It was just, and generally it came through like friends. So that's why when it was like an actual dating thing, it was like, oh, I don't like this. I just don't like this process.
Well, let's ask you, is there a lot of pressure with dating? Like I remember when I was dating, it was a full-time job.
Well, okay. Well, this is my thing. Okay,
it.
so that was dating then.
Back to me, everybody.
Dating now is a whole other situation. It's like a other world. It's a process. So when did that happen, and why, and how do you even approach it? Because I can remember being like puberty, going like, oh my God, boys. And now even my niece goes onto apps to meet folks.
Yeah. I want to say it was maybe when I graduated college, they had Match.com, JDate, eHarmony, all of that stuff. And then now they have Tinder, Bumble, Grindr, Hinge. Like, I mean, I think they're kind of trash, but then I also kind of brain dump on them because...
Yeah.
What's the cool one now, Kayla?
Yeah, what's the one?
Two married lady here asking.
I don't know.
What do you like?
I don't like any of them.
Okay.
But I also work from home before COVID, and I don't really see anybody, so
necessary evil.
My option. I mean, I've met people through friends, and that got a little awkward too, so.
Okay, so how does the dating, how does it start now? Like, what's the approach if you're at home and you get on an app?
Yeah, so they have the apps, which from a female's perspective, most guys on there are just looking to fuck.
Yes, they're looking to just hook up and fully.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember what they used to say about JDate, because when we lived in New York City, everyone was like, "Oh, want to get on tonight?" And then they would just jump on and
Jewish. Go. You can't get on JDate.
It didn't matter though. You could just get on and
Okay.
That apparently was. I used to bartend too, so you could hear people talking about it all day. Yeah.
So I'm personally not a fan, but I also don't really know what else to do because you can't really go out and meet people now. You have to go to a bar and sit at your table with who you came with.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's hard to like see a cute guy from across the room and not do anything about it.
Right.
So let me ask, I met my husband on a dating site, which is OkCupid.
Oh, yeah.
The interesting part, though, is I was on for one day. That's it. It was like my girlfriend and I jumped on, and I was like, oh, I'll go on with you. And
that one's also very shady now, too.
It's very OkCupid shady now? I know,
yeah.
It was like 5 years ago. It's good. Okay. And then, so OkCupid shady now, apparently. And then I remember Grindr being at a table, and that's the gay one, right? That's a gay dating site. But I remember...
And that is scandalous, I know.
But you can see where the person is, though.
Yeah.
Because I remember being with a guy, and I was hanging out with him, a gay guy, and we were just hanging out, and then he was like, oh, the guy that I want, like the guy that was supposed to go on a date with me is over there at the same restaurant. And he was like freaking out because the guy lied to him and said he wasn't available.
Oh, it tells you the exact location.
Apparently, that's what happened because he all walled out and threw like water in his face. I guess they were dating. Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's the first time I ever learned about sites. It was like 8 years ago. I was like, this is fun. But I don't think you can do that on
Bumble gives you like their location. So I had a really creepy encounter with this guy who was out here. Apparently he was from Dublin. Ooh. It said that he was 5 miles away in Inglewood. Okay. But he told me he was back in Dublin.
No.
Which made no sense. So he's sending me all these like inappropriate voice messages, and I'm kind of just like entertaining him just to see how far he'll take it. And finally he said something and I was like, oh, that's cute. Deleted me.
Good.
No.
But you set your boundaries, though. Yeah. That's good. Like I feel like you're smart when you date.
Well,
yeah. Okay, so how do you approach?
I am now. There you go.
But that's the thing. How do you approach? So you fill in a profile.
Yeah. So you create your profile. Some of them ask you a bunch of questions, and you can pick the answers. Or some people don't say anything.
You could create a fake person, though.
Oh yeah.
It's like catfishing, Vanessa.
Yes. Although working in social media,
that makes sense.
I will
now
never
I
get
know.
catfished.
Okay.
I'll always find you.
Kayla does her work, let me tell you. She's good.